Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your full moon in Gemini reading. The full moon's on the 27th officially on the west coast of the U.S., but most of the world will experience it on the 26th Sunday. So I have laid out the axis of the horoscope wheel with the African Tarot. I will clarify with the Crow Tarot and finish off with a couple of oracle cards. This reading will be extended, and during which I'll clarify all of the cards and complete the horoscope wheel and pull an Flora and Fauna of Africa oracle card to tap into our animal and plant spirits. So let's get started with your overall energy. For the full moon in Gemini, I will ask you at the end to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this video. I do invite you to watch this video at least part of the way before you make any of those decisions, if you so please. It would help my channel, the algorithm, tremendously, and moreover, I appreciate your time with me now and all the support that you do give me. So the overall energy for the new moon for Sagittarius is the Knight of Swords. This is an important shift in your perspective. This is your really detaching yourself from your passions, from your the emotional dimension of your experiences, only in as much as you are focusing on your relationships. And this is your relationship with yourself as well as that with others and your goals. You're able to really look objectively at your belief system. You're open to new ideas, to cultivating new beliefs, and to explore the system of beliefs that you are encountering and discovering, not only externally, but within, because there's a lot of self-exploration here as you look at relationships, particularly with yourself. You're recognizing a tremendous amount of growth that you've been able to sustain at least recently, and this is actually encouraging your faith and trust that there is much more growth possible. This is about realizing your potential and that it has become increasingly within your grasp in a way that you had previously not imagined possible. In the 10th house, actually 2 cards wanted to come out. So we have the Justice and the King of Pentacles here. The King of Pentacles is really about recognizing your achievements to date, recognizing those things that you have actually become very masterful at. You have accomplished, you have achieved, and this is about balancing your sense of power in the world. There is a feeling here that you have come from a place of powerlessness in your own self-regard, your own esteem of your efforts to date. This has been a consequence of your desire to balance out your energies. This is you looking at what you've accomplished, what you have received reward or compensation or learned from, and what you now recognize you are empowered to create and to claim as having deserved what you've earned. This has a strong social cast, being in the 10th house, the house of your social identity, a way that you identify yourself socially with the truth. And this is very consistent with your temperament, Sagittarius. The truth that you are learning is appropriate in or not appropriate in some spaces, but what is critical for your own self-respect and sense of self-evaluation and assessment. This goes back to the sense of looking at what you have achieved, and the challenge is the sense of powerlessness you may have experienced in the past. It also looks at the way you may have masked that in the past, and where you now recognize you no longer need a mask to display your authenticity. It is okay to pursue abundance or prosperity if that is what you desire. There's no longer a shirking back from the rewards of your efforts in a way that you may have felt to be an imposter in the past. So this is really about addressing a deep psychic balance with you, a psychological dynamic that may have appeared to be in control in regard to others or within your community, but actually felt that you had more to learn, and you're now recognizing how much you've achieved, that you don't need to feel an imposter. You're in fact have many expertise, many skills that you have been rewarded from, if that is in lessons learned. In the first house, we have the Ace of Swords. And this is really about this willingness and ability to understand where truth fits into your universe. You accept it as a necessary motivation towards the actions that you believe and have trust in. This is a key element to the victory or success that you are now pursuing. You're pursuing this in a different way than the way that you have felt compelled to when perhaps in the past you felt that you were just faking it until you could make it. In fact, the sense that you were performing balance, control, power, empowerment in a way that you now know is no longer necessary. What is necessary is the truth, and understanding this truth about yourself and the way that you now feel liberated to interact in your community eliminates the need for a facade, a strong front, a happy, optimistic front, and instead motivates you to pursue your truth in a way that is appropriate for you, that accesses your real potential, a potential that you did not believe in the past. This is gaining the trust of your experiences, and what your emotions have taught you are teaching you, but objectifying that so that that trust you now feel within yourself, you feel in relationship, in partnership with the universe. In the fourth house, your foundation, your history, your home, your family, the Ten of Wands shows a huge release. There is a whole way in which you have closed the door on a way in which others saw you, wanted to see you, expected you to perform in any situation, expected you to take on the responsibilities or the leadership in some way that did not serve you. You're understanding that supplying the needs of others did not cut you out when you were overgiving in situations in ways that meant that you had nothing left for you. You were not a priority to yourself or to others. And this may have been part of what fueled this imposter syndrome that you were experiencing, where you felt that the needs of others needed to be first, needed priority, were more important, and you are working towards. All cycles of change are often long coming, long growing. One must persevere in this greater belief that you're changing into a place where you feel that you have earned the rewards of your efforts, and that because that is putting yourself first, realizing your dreams as the critical piece of your efforts, your success, your victory. No longer masking the desire to take care of others, but rather being clear with those who you have served in the past, but who may not have reciprocated that same support, that your interests, your desires are to fulfill your own dreams, to meet your own potential. In the seventh house, the Three of Cups. This is beautiful in as much as it shows your acknowledgement of the support that you have. It is not likely to exist within your in your formative family, your childhood experience. Whatever friendships you have with family are those that you've developed in life, you've developed in your mature life. However, and those complement a range of supporters, friends, and those you have encountered who share your story, who have provided you the safety of expressing the range of your experiences and the emotions that they engendered, so that you are mutually able to provide that same safety, protection, and compassion for others. This is a deep celebration of these friendships, the support, and this ability to be vulnerable, particularly vulnerable with yourself, to recognize your humanity, to forgive yourself from that. This celebration, this self-awareness is something that balances out and brings joy, real joy and pleasure, real support to all of your friendships. I'm going to clarify the 10th house, the Justice and the Knight of Pentacles, with the Page of Cups in the 8th house and the Six of Swords in the 11th house. So this is really focusing on your place in the community, your aspirations, your efforts to build your success in the world. The Page of Cups is all about this tremendous heart opening, a place of deep vulnerability for you. And the 9th house is also about your dream life. This is your house. This is where you excel. This is where you live in your idealism, in your desire to be spiritually uplifted and to spiritually uplift others. This is where you inform, educate, share information on a global level. This is where you utilize the technologies of today. That includes all of the vehicles for communication that Gemini rules as means of learning, as means of processing the wealth of information that is available. That information is about the heart opening that you're now capable of. This is the doorway to a greater, fuller expression of your emotions. And your emotions are what are verifying your experiences. This is also about your understanding that it is time to move on from this narrative of faking it till you make it. This is no longer appropriate for the level of skills and the accomplishments that you have made. This is really accepting that you have accomplished much, that you have grown, that you have progressed, that you have endured many experiences, a range of the vicissitudes of experience that have gained you the skills, the lessons that have now empowered you to realize that there is no need to fake it. There's no need for anything but the authenticity of your experience. And that indeed is what's encouraging you to move on, to a place of prioritizing your dreams, of living in your potential. This for you is a highly creative place. This is giving you the doorway to experiences, emotions, feelings, dreams, your imagination in a way that has always been attached to a place you felt you needed to hide, or perhaps you masked that in a perpetual state of adventurousness, non-committal, moving on from one place, a fertile opportunity to another, never seeking completion in a way that allows you to mine what is rich and authentic in that. That is that willingness, that openness to explore, to learn new things, to celebrate the diversity of not only your experience, but of the world. I hope that this has been helpful to you. I'm going to pull a Soul's Journey Oracle as I ask you to like this video if you've resonated with it, to share this with someone who might enjoy it, to comment below, as I really love to hear your thoughts, your feedback, your appreciations are always welcome, and to subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I've pulled Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. And this feels very much a confirmation of this sword's energy, the way in which the sword cuts both ways, and that the power of your beliefs, the power of your truth, something that may have been what has held you back from an authentic expression in the past of who you were. The fear of the damage of your truth, the fear of the way that your truth has isolated you from others or has hurt or damaged others in your authentic desire to share what you see. And I'm also going to pull a language of flowers, if I can pull them up, as a closing mantra and a reminder as well that I will be creating an extended. This did not turn over, so I'm going to pull it again. Well, I'm just going to take what wants to come, and this looks to be 2 flower cards. One is the orange blossom, and the keyword is enthusiasm. The best can be here if you believe it. This feels, again, really appropriate to the mantra of truth-telling. And the Peruvian lily, strength. More effort will get you what you want. And there are your many accomplishments, your many achievements that you are now accepting as the real you, the work you have done. I will attach the link to the extended below, and I will attach it to this video at the end. Thank you so much for your time. Until next time, namaste.